Hello, I'm Dolly with Tea Time with Dolly. I'm glad that you came today to join me. I have my cup of tea. I have mint tea that I grew in my garden, and I have it in my Thomas Kincaid mug. I love his paintings. So if you'd like to get you something to drink, and come back and join me. I'll give you a few seconds here. Okay, are you ready? Okay, today I thought I would talk about safety in our homes. I've talked about different things in our homes, and budgeting and money and decluttering and organizing and a lot of things, but I don't think I've ever talked about safety. And I got to thinking, that's pretty important. The things that we just don't always think about. Probably most of these things you know, but maybe you don't always think about them. So I'm going to list 25 things today, 25 tips to help us be safer in our homes. Okay, number one, keep knives out of reach of children. And number two, keep the points of the knives down, not up, in the dish strainers and the dishwashers. You know how easy it is to brush your arm against it when you're trying to get a dish or a cup out behind it. Number three, don't leave a cord plugged in with it hanging down where a small child can maybe grab a hold of it, pull something off, or chew on it. So that would be pretty dangerous. Okay, number four, when cooking on a stovetop, be sure that you've got the handle of the pans towards the back and not sticking out in the front where a child can reach up and pull them over and pull it off on them. Maybe something boiling, that would be really bad. Or even an adult can brush against it and get burnt. Okay, number five, when you break a glass, it's a good idea to put it in some heavy paper, the pieces of glass, or even a brown paper bag, and tape it up before you put it in the trash. Because how many times have you lost something and you're trying to think, where is it? So sometimes people go through the trash looking in case it got thrown away. Or a child may have tossed a toy across the room and it landed in the trash. And then they're digging and they're trying to find the toy. So we want to be careful that they don't get cut. And it works the same way for razor blades or any sharp items. Tape them up in some heavy paper before you put them in the trash. Okay, number six, when cleaning up broken glass, if you take a handful of wet paper towel and you wipe that in your sink or on your floor, that'll help get those little slivers of glass up. Number seven, keep any cleaning products or medicines, of course, out of reach of children. Number eight, if you've cleaned out a bottle or jar, to reuse it, be sure you label it. You know, it's so easy to do it quickly, put it up, and you think, oh, I'll remember what's in there. But a few days goes by and it's easy to forget, or somebody else picks it up and they don't know what it is. In fact, I just had someone tell me the other day that they made a cake and they thought they had one thing. I think it was baking powder they was thinking, but it obviously wasn't. Their cake did not turn out well. They tried to figure out what it was they put in there. It was white, and they finally decided it was something to thicken it, probably a cornstarch or something. So obviously it didn't turn out too well. But it didn't really hurt them, of course. But if it had been something that wasn't edible, you know, it could be disastrous. Okay, you know, it only takes really not very long at all, maybe a minute or less, to slap a label on something. Just grab a piece of paper and use a marker and just write on there what it is and put some clear tape over it. If you use that heavy clear tape, that will last for quite some time. But if you have to, even masking tape, just tear off a piece and write what it is on there. Okay, number 9, never touch an electric appliance with wet hands. And number 10, don't cook over an open flame with long sleeves or flowing sleeves. I actually heard of someone that I didn't personally know them, but I had met their husband. Anyway, they actually caught themselves on fire cooking on a gas stove with the long sleeves like that. Number 11, have a fire extinguisher handy and near a kitchen and know how to use it. Number 12, have first aid supplies handy. Know where they are, so if an accident happens, you don't have to dig around in a cabinet, move things out, and start thinking, oh, where's those bandages? Know where they are and have them easy to get to. Make sure your family knows where they are also. Number 13, if you smell gas, leave the house immediately. Don't call in the house. Go outside before you call the gas company or the fire department. Number 14, never ever leave small children in the bathtub alone, not even for a moment. If the phone rings or the doorbell rings, pick that child up and take it with you, or else just let it ring, because they can drown so easy. Even if the water is not too deep, they could try to climb out, slip, bump their head, and their water's over their head. So we need to be very careful with small children in bathtubs. Always check the water, and is number 15, in the bathtub before you put a small child in there. Make sure it's not too hot and it's not too deep. And also number 16, have your hot water heater turned down low enough that it doesn't scald anyone. It also saves you money. And number 17, use safety gates if you have small children in your home. Put them up at each door where they shouldn't be in a room, or else lock the door to that room. And if you have stairs, be sure you have a safety gate there, preferably one at the bottom and one at the top. 18, make sure you have a lamp and a phone accessible by your bed. Okay, number 19, be careful with the bathroom locks. You know those locks where you, after you get in the bathroom, you turn it to lock the door. Make sure you have the little key that you can unlock it from the other side in case a small child gets in there and they can't get out. Or even an elderly person, or anyone, as far as that goes, could slip in the bathtub or fall and need help. I actually know someone that their granddaughter, when she was very young, was in the bathroom and got the door locked. And it took a little while to get some help to get her out. I'm not sure. I think they maybe had to get someone to take the door off the hinges. Okay, number 20, have a child-proof, the little plastic things you put in the electrical outlets, any of them that you're not using, stick one of those little plastic things in there that's made for it. Number 21, don't run electrical cords under rugs or across traffic areas or under furniture where the furniture would be sitting on them. And if they're frayed or bent, have them replaced. Number 22, make sure your steps are well lit if you use them like to go to the bathroom of a night, or if you go to the kitchen of a night to get a drink or something. Make sure they're well lit. We have 2 steps that we have to go up and down and if we're going to the bathroom of a night. So we have a LED light that shines right down on the step that we always make sure we have on of a night. Keep things off of stairs is 23. You know, it's so easy to set something on the steps thinking the next person that goes up, take it up with you. Well, if somebody doesn't know they're there, and especially at night, but even in the daytime, maybe you're thinking about something and you're not looking down, or you're carrying something, you can trip on them and fall right down the stairs. Number 24, have enough smoke detectors in your home and check the batteries regularly. Also, if you have gas in your home, have one of those carbon monoxide detectors also. Because I believe you cannot smell that, so it's good to have a detector for that. Number 25, use only dry pot holders when you're getting things out of the oven or putting something in if it's hot. Because if it's wet, it doesn't work so well. It can transmit heat. And also don't use a dish towel because they're not thick enough. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that if you liked my video that you'll leave me a comment, or if you think of something else you can add of other safety things, because I'm sure there's many more safety tips, and you can share with me and other people can read it. And I hope you'll click the little thumbs up if you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because it does help me. And it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is tap the little subscribe button. Thank you. May God bless you this week. Bye-bye.